Hey guys, so I've been reading the Facebook posts and a couple things made me want to make this video. I saw that Geraldine had recently kind of fallen off the bandwagon of wanting to eliminate Coke altogether and broke down and had a Coke today. I think I saw something on Mickey's about trying to give up coffee and she failed that and also had a cup of coffee. What we see when we study the diets and plans that don't work is this idea of the deprivation diet, where you just totally give something up. For a lot of people in the long term, it doesn't work for exactly what we're seeing in our group. You really like Coke, you really like coffee, and it's just too much to ask yourself to give it up completely from where you're starting. So what I would ask you is, instead of giving it all up, what's at least, if that's something that you want to give up and you've decided that that's going to be part of your plan, which I think is appropriate, if giving it up completely, kind of stopping cold turkey is too much, what's one thing you can do to take a step in the right direction? And I mentioned this before, if it's Coke and you're drinking 3 Cokes a day, cutting back to 1 is a great step, or even 2, or just less in general. Anything that moves you in that direction. It may be something where, you know, you go from a 12-ounce Coke down to one of those little minis. I don't know if they're 8 ounces or 6 ounces. Maybe you just cut in half. And then you do that for a week. And then after that, what happens, and I know this from experience too in my own, because I couldn't get rid of all, chips were a big one for me. I would have a big stack of chips with lunch. And the thought of giving those up entirely was too much. I couldn't do it. So I just cut it in half. And what happened was, I did that, and it was for like a month or 2. I did that, and then I got ready to do even less, and then I went down to like 2 or 3 chips. Now I don't have any chips anymore. Same thing with orange juice. I was drinking a whole glass of orange juice in the morning, which is just a lot of sugar. There's not a lot of nutritional value to that. But I couldn't stand the idea of not having that tangy taste in the morning. It was something I really enjoyed. So I went down to a little bigger than a shot glass. And I found that that gave me that fix, that kind of craving that I needed. And I was able to be okay. I didn't have to drink a whole glass of juice. And then after like a month or 2, I was able to let it go altogether and just, drink water. So I would encourage you, again, think long term. And if you're just like, God, I just can't, back off a little bit. Just take one step. Don't try to leap, from floor 1 to floor 2. Why, if there's 20 steps in front of you, take a couple. Take one in that direction. So, just like we said with the Coke and the coffee, maybe you drink less, maybe it's every other day. How can you still move in the right direction without maybe taking too big of a step? And if you think it's a reasonable step and you want to stick to it and hop back on that wagon, then do that. But I do want you to think about, maybe integrating it. Maybe it isn't the worst thing to have 2 Cokes a week when you were having a Coke every day. That would still be a step in the right direction. But I like all the support and the things that you guys are doing, so keep up the good work. Sunday is upon us.